Well, the numbers, they're pretty staggering. The vast majority of Americans have under $1,000 in savings. And by some estimates, half of all Americans have nothing put away at all for retirement. And this runs across pretty much all ages. Sharon Epperson delves into the problem.
About 10 years ago, Galen Murphy realized he'd never saved for retirement. Now he's 49, and he's still not saving.
Not right now, I'm not. I was hoping to in this next year. I like this.
Murphy earns about $42,000 a year working as a store manager at Portland's House of Vintage.
Fredericks of Hollywood.
The company has 2 stores, 5 full-time employees, and no retirement plan. Murphy says he makes enough to pay his bills, barely.
The biggest ones are going to be rent, student loans, health care, car payment.
Living the American dream? For too many people, it's more like a nightmare. And Galen Murphy is hardly alone. He plans to keep working as long as he can, but still wonders which bills will get paid and which ones won't. There's no money left for savings. Only about 40% of the private workforce has access to an employer-sponsored retirement plan. And even those who are saving still aren't saving enough. One problem? Pensions became a thing of the past. In 1983, almost 90% of the workforce had pensions. By 2016, that number had dropped to 27%. Today, 94 million Americans have retirement accounts. Yet a recent Vanguard study says the median 401k for someone aged 35 to 44 held less than $24,000 in 2016. For a 45 to 54-year-old, $43,000. And for someone 65 and older, the median balance was less than $61,000. How big a problem is this?
I think it's much bigger than one can imagine.
Ivory Johnson is a Washington, D.C.-based financial advisor.
The ones who have not planned are, I think, the majority. If you look at the number of retirement accounts that have less than $50,000 as a percentage of people over 50, it is staggering.
Johnson says putting a higher priority on saving for retirement needs to start at home and continue in school. But that's not happening.
Look at social media and Facebook. What are people posting? They're posting, I went on vacation. This is where I went to eat. This is where I sent my child to college. What's celebrated is not I have a plan and I'm setting myself up for retirement.
Student debt is one of the culprits. Galen Murphy, at 49, is paying about $365 a month on $62,000 of debt that's accrued since he was in graduate school more than 10 years ago.
That, for me, is the biggest issue.
Tim Ranzetta's Next Gen Finance studied 13 million students across 11,000 high schools, finding less than 17% are required to take a personal finance course to graduate. So, he says, how could they be expected to understand how tens of thousands of dollars of debt might impact their lives?
We believe all students need this sort of education in order to thrive in the future.
Now approaching 50, Galen Murphy knows he'd have to give up a lot in order to improve his quality of life in the future. It's a cost that only seems to keep going up. For Nightly Business Report, I'm Sharon Epperson.